One of the tools on here is text box, and I think you're going to love the full functionality of text box. But I can come in here and click on the T, and I can click right here and get a text box to pop up, okay? That text box will allow me to type, will allow me to put directions, things typed right in here. I can change the font type, font size, bold, italicize, underline, alignment, everything you would normally do with a text editor. Now, it's not the best text editor, but it's a basic text editor, allows me to do that. One of the things I love though is the ability, the full functionality of it is to grab something from the internet side and pull it in. So I'm going to go to the internet side, and you're going to see that I opened up a thing about fault lines, and I'm going to copy. I highlighted everything with the mouse. I'm going to copy it, and I'm going to go back to my Viewboard side. That flipped back from the PC and Viewboard side. I'm going to select the text box. I'm going to throw a text box out here in the middle of nowhere, and I'm going to paste in right into that spot all of the text that I copied. So you'll see all of that text is now here. It's not neat, it's not pretty. I'm not going to worry about that because I don't need it neat and pretty right here. If I did, I'd have to fix all that. I'd have to fix the font size and alignment and everything, but I'm not going to worry about that. I'm going to hit this little text box right here with the blue speaker that's there. If I click that little text box, it literally is going to pull all of my text in here into what's called Immersive Reader. It's a great program. But you'll see now all of my text is here. If I hit play,
what is the fault and what are the different types?
So if I hit play, it's going to read all of that information to me. Now, I have some options with that. I can change the speed it's reading. I can change if it's female or male voice right here with the settings. I also can come up here with the text button, and I can decrease the text size, turn on or off spacing, change the font type. We know that different font types do help with dyslexic students, which tend to be your darker, more balanced fonts, so I can change that. And now it is a little bit more precise, and I can play it, kids can read along, hear it as it's going, and I can have all of that information read to them. Now this also, the Immersive Reader has some other great features you might want to know about. If I click this little magic wand thing right here, you'll notice it brings up a whole bunch of options. I can turn on syllables. So if you're working on syllabification, you can put a list of words, turn on syllables, let the kids see the syllables so they can do that on paper first, and then you just click that on. Did you get them right? If they're looking for nouns, put up your information, say find the nouns. You do this and it will highlight all the nouns in one color, and you can ask the kids, did you find them all? It'll do the same thing with verbs, adjectives, adverbs, and you can turn on the labels. So it can become a full grammar lesson right in here as well, all with Immersive Reader, pulling in whatever you want. That could be your text from a Google Doc, something the kids are working on, something from the internet for them to hear. And one of the things that I absolutely love, this last button over here, will let me turn on that line focus where it zooms them in. So if you're doing kindergarten or first grade and you don't want them to see the whole thing and confuse them, you can zoom in. I can turn that off. And I can translate an entire document. So if you get a student in your classroom that does not speak English and you want them to have the same information, you can pull it right in here. You can choose the language that they are speaking. So we can say Spanish, Mexico, translate the whole document. You will notice it translated, and it will even
¿Qué es una falla y cuáles son los diferentes tipos?
In that language. Once that's up here, it's really easy in Spanish or original. Let the kids see it back and forth. Really easy to work with. Love this program. And when you're done, you just hit X and you come back, to the regular whiteboard and what you put in, and then you can use the trash can to remove that text off of your board.